Can you make it the big two later with Defier?
Certainly hope so.
She's been good this week?
Yeah, my word.
Yep. All right. Well done, guys. Pretty keen to get down as the horses return. Well done to them. They've run a pretty good time here, Brendan. 1:10.5.
And Andrew, no doubt you'll send down the line comments from Scott Seamer and John Simons after Bella Spree was rolled for the first time in Melbourne and just the second time in his career. It's a $1.20 or $1.30 favourite. So the Raging Hot Pot rolled by this class daughter of Dolphin Street and the Century Mare inclined for Jill Niverson and Sandy Tate. What a great family success story they have been in the breeding and racing terms. That's race 5 at Moonee Valley, the first Group 1 of the year and the first big surprise we've seen of the day with Spinning Hill upstaging Bella Spree. OK, Morphettville will be our next port of call. This is a
racing. Came away in a good line too. One of the first out here, Mystigic Bella Spree, began well with Shea Spice. And settling down, going forward now also is Bacata. Not going too quick early, and Bella Spree working to the front from Bacata and led by a half length. Mystigic went back third. Shea Spice fourth, a length to Spinning Hill. 2.5 further back in the race, then Marstic, followed by Dash for Cash and Point Danger. Four to the Big Chill last of all. Bella Spree moving a neck in front of Bacata the inside. They're 2.5 in front of Mystigic from Shea Spice fourth. 2 lengths Spinning Hill, 1 Point Danger, 1 Marstic, 3/4 Dash for Cash. And last of all is the Big Ass coming down the side of the Big Chill, and it's Bella Spree, nearly 3/4, nearly a length in front. Bacata has niggled that, and Bella Spree sailed a length in front of Bacata. Mystigic is chasing, but off the bridle as the Wonder Colt extended on the top circle now. Bella Spree, he's gone 3 lengths in front of Mystigic. Then Spinning Hill with a late run, dropping out Bacata from Shea Spice. Bella Spree is out 4 lengths in front. In the straight in the Manicato from Spinning Hill, and Mystigic back in the middle. It's Bella Spree, 3 in front. Spinning Hill coming down the outside. Bella Spree in front. Spinning Hill's got it. Spinning Hill's going to get up and win. Spinning Hill a half length has tipped out Bella Spree. Ahead away third in the races Mystigic, a gap then a Dash for Cash. Then Marstic, further back then the Big Chill. A gap to Shea Spice followed by Bacata, and Point Danger is last of all.
Winner 6 Spinning Hill for Paddy Payne at $8.70 and $2, defeating 10 Bella Spree, the favourite $1.04, and third 1 Mystigic at $1.40.
About to move in the Gold Coast, race 5, Coles Investment, 380, 150.
And 1 is third Mystigic, 6, 10 and 1 in the Manicato. 6, 10 and 1 and 1:10.5. Bella Spree has been overhauled late by Spinning Hill, who scores...
Right, moving in at the Gold Coast, correct weight Kembler. Moonee Valley, 6 Spinning Hill, 870 the win, 2 even a place, 10 Bella Spree, 104, 1 Mystigic, 140, the Quinella, 590, Exacta, 1880, Trifecta, 6, 10 and 1 is 52.20. The first 4 is to come, the double 1 and 6, that was Yell, and Spinning Hill is 22.80, Special Div 190 with a late scratching of number 7, and the first 4, 6, 10, 1, 2, is 322.30.
Tab Div.
We've returned to your living rooms in time to tell you the correct weight has gone through at Morphettville for race 5. Houseguest beating its stablemate, Daneforce in third. Just confirming a rider for you in Brisbane, Gavin Duffy. Where is he? Race 8, number 10. So where is he? Is now Gavin Duffy. So there's been a few riding amendments there today with Matt Dracos not riding. Brad Stewart replaced, but he's also picked up... Brad Stewart's picked up a ride, but he's foregone a few. And Starthy Katsidis as well. There's the Morphettville details on screen. More from Alfred Matthews at Moonee Valley. We'll have from throughout the afternoon in the countdown to the next of our 2 big feature races from there, including Magical Miss lining up in the fee, and we'll have the Group 3 Stock Stakes too, with a Group 3 race up for grabs there for fillies and mares over a mile. In the meantime, Rosehill Gardens, race number 6 is the Kingston Town Stakes.
Yes, wasn't he a horse, Brendan? He's the best horse I've had the pleasure of broadcasting. A wonderful, wonderful horse. And the favourite here is number 3. And that's You Had Your Warning, 240. Best back to beat at the stablemate Zeltrice, 390 and 140. They're behind the barrier. Moving in, one of John's favourite horses too, Kingston Town. I don't know where the smoke is coming from, but as I look towards the northeast, there's a tremendous amount of smoke, and apparently to the back of the grandstand there's a lot of smoke, and Whether there's some back burning going on somewhere along the line or there's a fire, I don't know, but certainly there's plenty of smoke. Yeah, well, Johnny Hawkes has got a strong hand here, and by golly, there's been good support on track to say Zeltrice can beat You Had Your Warning. There's only less than a half point between them in on-track operations on the tote at the moment. 240, number 3, You Had Your Warning, and 390 for number 9, Zeltrice. There's about 3 to move up here. Previous race won by Beto and number 5, Huey Bowman. Lead 3, Monmiki, 10, Statesmanship, and 4, Royal Circle. Other the victors, Micah's Pride, Charlie Bubb, Harp of Tara, and Veloci. This race last year, the Kingston Town, was won by Swiss Echo, Glen Boss, beat Abel Way and Mulan Princess. The De Bortley Wines Kingston Town Stakes, and in goes Gamesman. And the race over 2,000. In a smoky atmosphere, they're about to jump. And away they go, and they jumped in a nice even fashion near the inside. Zeltrice, the early leader from Werewolf, No Limit, third. Then Gamesman, Dress Circle, Space Age, You Had Your Warning at about 3 to Hello Pamela, and on her inside Native Jazz. They race past the 1700, and Werewolf goes to the lead now from Zeltrice, and Gamesman's caught very wide third. No Limit is fourth, and fifth on the inside Dress Circle, and then comes the favourite You Had Your Warning. Hello Pamela wide out. Space Age is one off the fence, and Native Jazz is just shading Space Age. In the smoky conditions, they work towards the back of the track now in the Kingston Town. Another leader comes onto the scene, this time Gamesman, and Gamesman opens up a length and 3/4 on Zeltrice as they head in the direction of the 1200. Werewolf third, 2.5 to No Limit around Dress Circle. Hello Pamela's on the outside of You Had Your Warning, and back second last in the field is Native Jazz at this particular stage as they race onto the far corner and to travel out of the back straight. Pardon me, and Space Age keeping company with Native Jazz. Out of the back and down the side they come. 800 metres ahead of them here, and there's no change in the order, and they're almost in pairs. And Gamesman leads Zeltrice 3/4 of a length. Werewolf third, No Limit fourth, and then Dress Circle. Hello Pamela followed by You Had Your Warning, about 8 lengths off the speed, and 2 lengths Native Jazz and Space Age. Coming down to the corner at the 500 marker in smoky conditions here at Rosehill Gardens. And it's Gamesman leading narrowly, but Zeltrice has got the better of Gamesman, and Beatman goes for home on Zeltrice. And as they come to the 300, Zeltrice from Gamesman. Now You Had Your Warning. Seeing Daylight and Dress Circles just ahead of You Had Your Warning. Almost 4 in line at the 200 where Dress Circle hits the front. You Had Your Warning is the only danger. And then Gamesman, Zeltrice, Dress Circle in front. You Had Your Warning almost level. Dress Circle pulling out plenty and enough and will win. Dress Circle beat You Had Your Warning. Oh, very close third. Gamesman with Native Jazz, and then Zeltrice, who tired from Hello Pamela, Werewolf, Space Age, and No Limits. Oh, great trial for the Metrop, a race he won last year. Number 1, Dress Circle, ridden by Len Beasley for Gay Waterhouse. 60.5 on his back, and he worried You Had Your Warning out of it. $7 and 190, eh? And the NSW towed by Zabeel from Flight Queen. 24 starts, 6 wins, 5 seconds, 4 thirds. You Had Your Warning. Look to have a chance. Number 3 by Warning, trained by John Hawkes, ridden by Corey Brown, a 6-year-old bay mare, and it's very, very close for third. Native Jazz is prominent here with Gamesman, and the third goes to number 2, Native Jazz, ridden by Danny Nikolic at 220. So it's 1, 3, 2 and 4. Dress Circle, L. Beasley first. 3, You Had Your Warning, C. Brown second. 2, Native Jazz, D. Nikolic third. And a race won by Gay Waterhouse, a horse the race is named after, prepared by her father, the great T.J. Smith. Fourth, if you've taken first fours, 598.20, 1, 3, 2 and 4. That's the Kingston Town Stakes. Let's head down trackside. Joe McKinnon.
Gay, through this haze of smoke, Dress Circle returns to form today.
He certainly blew it away, didn't he? Well, he's a class horse, and he's a Group 1 winner. He's been placed at Group 1 and 2 at weight for age. He'd just come right with a vengeance. I couldn't have been happier with him going into the race.
He kept fighting today too.
Just such a good horse.
What's the spring plan now for Dress Circle?
Metropolitan's on his target, and I couldn't be happier with the way he's performing. And Lenny rode him a treat, and our other stablemate ran a terrific race. He's a game horse, gamesman.
Thanks for talking to us. Congratulations. Gay Waterhouse summing up the performance of Dress Circle to win this afternoon's Group 3 Kingston Town Stakes. He's now Metropolitan bound, and Gay knows how to win that race.
Well, she sure does. That was the race that kicked it off. And there's Peter Horowitz, one of the part owners, giving Gay a victory kiss. That gives Len Beasley a winning double. Larry Olsen, you're standing by. A huge year for you. Is that the 50 cents? There he is. See how white he's become by Last Tycoon. Of the other key chances, the 5 Fields of Omar from the Tony McAvoy yard, gelding by Rubiton, and ran a great second behind Magical Miss in the Memsey when tightened for room. And number 8, Magical Miss, the daughter of Danehill, owned by Bill Wiley, prepared by Bart Cummings and to be ridden today by Stephen Arnold. She's a quality mare, but today is her Cox Plate test. How will she handle Moonee Valley? A mare from the Bart Cummings camp came to this track and went on to win a Cox Plate. Her name was Dane Ripper a few years ago. That's a look at the 3 key runners as they parade at Moonee Valley. Solid tote support for Magical Miss. She tightens up even further. And La Bella Dama's come in for some at longer odds, some support that is. All of the rest have eased on that earlier quote, as you can see. Well, one of the big races today in Sydney at Rosehill Gardens, the Group 2 Theo Marks. Here's a check of how they rate. Defier is going around and rates 4th behind Fuadi, the 5, Century Kid and Corral Boy equal 2nd rate, and then we go to Defier. So 5 from 3 and 6, they're number 2. A field of 12, no changes to inform you of. Defier is the total elect. Century Kid and Fuadi are right in the market. Phoenix Park being kept safe with Corral Boy and Assertive Lad first up after the long break. Former winner of the Doncaster Handicap, and he hasn't raced since that event. He has had 3 barrier trials. On page 2, Gabfest, Salgado and Make Me a Miracle represent the John Hawkes team. Palladium Star at $43 for Dan Beasley. And it's $2.20 for Magical Miss now. She continues to tighten in. The Group 1 winner and impressive daughter of Danehill. And as far as dangers are concerned, La Bella Dama, the mare who won last year's McKinnon Stakes, placed first up in listed company in New Zealand, unplaced in the Mudgeway behind Sunline. She sat on the pace that day in very, very fast time. So as they start to move into line, this is the Fian.
And we'd need just 4 to move in. The Quinella from the Memsey are the favoured way again. Magical Miss ahead of Fields of Omar, each of them having their first starts at Moonee Valley. Here's Magical Miss now going up into the line. The favourite set, La Bella Dama, comes up for Darren Gauci. Darren's won this twice before on good mares in a flurry and mannerism. Here's Zamarin, the outsider, coming up, and the A train is going to be the last to move in for the John F. Fian Stakes at Group 2 level. Magical Miss 2.20, Fields of Omar 3.30, and they're all in. They're set to run. The John F. Fian is locked away. They're set, ready, they're off. Fields of Omar jumped okay on the inside. La Zagaletta got away very quickly, and so did Magical Miss. There's the Kiwi mare, La Bella Dama, now driving up and looking for the lead in the early stages, and she crossed over and led them down towards the first turn. La Bella Dama by 2, La Zagaletta. Fields of Omar tucked in 3rd. Oh, Magical Miss, she's throwing the head about. She's caught wide, and now she's going to have to try and slot in somewhere. I think she might have got in one off the rail for some cover now. Sky Heights on the inside, and they're followed then by Rain Gauge, Zamarin, and back last of all is the A train. As they went down the back, it's a dawdling tempo set by La Bella Dama. La Zagaletta is 2nd, Fields of Omar 3rd, 4th on the outside, Magical Miss, and Sky Heights is 5th. Then came Rain Gauge, Zamarin, and back to the tail end of the field there is the A train. making their way around the 800-metre turn, and La Bella Dama, the leader. La Zagaletta jogged along second, the outside. Fields of Omar third, the inside. Magical Miss 1-1. She's in a good spot now. Sky Heights next, and then Rain Gauge, Zamarin, and back last of all is the A Train. They're quickening the pace now, and the leader is La Bella Dama by 3/4 of a length. La Zagaletta, Fields of Omar, the inside of Magical Miss, is going forward 3 deep now. So Fields of Omar just held up a touch on the rail, and then Sky Heights and Rain Gauge coming around the home turn now. La Bella Dama, the leader. Fields of Omar going for a needle eye gap, and he got it at the home turn. La Zagaletta and Magical Miss are wider out into the straight now. Magical Miss, La Zagaletta, Fields of Omar on the inside. 100 metres to go. Fields of Omar, Magical Miss. Fields of Omar, Magical Miss, La Zagaletta. 3 across the track. Fields of Omar kicked it. He's won it. Fields of Omar by a head to Magical Miss. A nose, La Zagaletta, and they were followed by La Bella Dama, Rain Gauge, Sky Heights, the A Train, and Zamarin last of all. Fields of Omar has won it. Number 5. Damien Oliver, what a ride. He has come through with a run on the inside rail. He's gone where angels fear to tread, and he's played for luck. The luck's come his way, and a champion rider's got this vastly improved galloper home in a photo finish. Magical Miss forced to come wide. She over-raced at the first turn, didn't help her chances. She's gone under about a half head, and third place going to La Zagaletta, who just gets closer and closer every start he has to the $1 million in prize money.
Wow, Fields of Omar, La Bella Dama rolling off. Needle Eye opening was there, and Andrew Bensley, the winning team, has got plenty to celebrate.
We're down here. We'll get everyone to turn around to the camera with our cameras down there. What about the rest of them down there? There's Tim Martin up there. Brian Martin has just called the race on radio and also over the public address, and he part owns Field of Omar. Mark Pilkington's here looking after the crew. Mark, congratulations.
Oh, it's terrific, Andrew. I'm just about looking up ahead. We're expecting BM to jump out of the stands, but big thrill and fantastic for the team, and a great ride by Damien. Yep. He did say before the race that he wasn't too worried getting caught in behind as the...
He got the run La Bella Dama got off.
His research paid the way. He did say La Bella Dama has got a tendency to hang out, so he rode a beautiful race, and big thrill, and fantastic for Tony. He's at Lindsay Park today, or in Adelaide, presenting the trophy to the Lindsay Park Guinea, so big thrill for all associated with the team.
All right, now what about a big cheer here? I think most of them are gone, have they? There's still a few here. Bit of a cheer. Fields of Omar, there we go. Pumped up here, the owners of Fields of Omar, and well done to Tony McAvoy, who's back in Adelaide. He'd be pretty happy with it, Brendan.
Fantastic.
I'll tell you what, the horse that's run third, La Zagaletta, is an absolute marvel. He's had 10 wins, and now with another placing, that takes it up to 17 placings in its career thus far, and edges closer, as mentioned by Greg Miles, to that $1 million mark. 582, fourth to be confirmed across the line after that absorbing battle. Fields of Omar winning from Magical Miss, who tastes defeat in her first run at the Valley. Now, Morfordville, the listed Lindsay Park Guineas, where the Lindsay Park team sends around 4 runners in this race. Simon Price usually has the pick of those. He rode the brilliantly bred Millanova first up from a spell at Cheltenham to a battling fourth. Let's hear what he said to Hilton.
Racing. Jumped in a good line. La Zagaletta near the inside. One of the first out. La Bella Dama travelling forward. So's Magical Miss. Fields of Omar over on the fence. Fourth early. Further back was Rain Gauge, followed in behind them by Zamarin, then Sky Heights and the A Train. La Bella Dama quickly came from the outside and led 2 lengths. La Zagaletta. Magical Miss is racing a little ungenerously out wide, and Fields of Omar tucks over on the inside. Third to that first turn, and Magical Miss went back fourth. Then Sky Heights fifth, followed by Rain Gauge, then Zamarin, and last of all is the A Train. They're slowed up in front down the back, heading towards the 1100. La Bella Dama a length and a half in front, and they're only crawling at the moment from La Zagaletta and Fields of Omar third. 3/4 fourth, the outside Magical Miss a length for the back, Sky Heights, then Rain Gauge from Zamarin, last of all the A Train. Crawling down the back at the 900 metre mark, and Gauchi slowed them in front of La Bella Dama. 3/4 to the old grey, La Zagaletta second, a length for the back, Fields of Omar third, the rail. 3/4 outside it, Magical Miss fourth. The favourites are running fourth and third at the moment. They're followed by Sky Heights, then Rain Gauge further back, then came Zamarin, and up on the outside of it the A Train. A sprint home coming up with the 600. He extended a little on La Bella Dama. 3/4 in front of La Zagaletta. Over on the inside, Fields of Omar looking for a way out, and Magical Miss took off around the outside. 2 to Sky Heights, 400 metres to go. La Bella Dama a neck in front of Zagaletta, a neck the outside. Magical Miss, the leader, starting to shift ground, and Fields of Omar's got the rails run. He's got up on the inside, turning for home. On the bend, Zagaletta, Fields of Omar got up on the inside, and Magical Miss is wider out on the track. Fields of Omar, Magical Miss, and Zagaletta. Magical Miss on the outside. Fields of Omar coming again. Fields of Omar fighting back with Magical Miss. Yes, Omar! Fields of Omar a half neck on the line. Magical Miss ahead away. Third is Zagaletta. Then La Bella Dama followed by Rain Gauge. Back behind them, Sky Heights, the A-Train. And last of all is Zamrin. Yep.
Yes, 5 Fields of Omar, 3.20 and 1.40, defeating 8 Magical Miss at $1.10, the favourite, and third will go to 2 Zagaletta at $1.50.
Kembla numbers 12, 10, 5.
Number five with the rails run. Fields of Omar has got through to win. Number 8 is second, Magical Miss. And number 2 has got third, and that is Zagaletta, 5, 8 and 2. 5, 8 and 2. Fields of Omar getting up on the inside, saving the ground, and has won the fee and stakes. Oh, you beauty.
All right, first off, Kembla Totes.
Alrighty, Totes here, 12 private steer to each way. And then next pick in the betting, 1 Red La Belle and 4 Millenova on the same line, a little bit better than each way. And then further out you go to We Will Rock You, number 3. And 16 Yuma Gold, an interesting run, a big rangy filly by Yuma Tiller. Higher Leah Gold. He's had 1 start at Bendigo and ran well. Looks terrific, in fact. Now, Lifelong Dream to come forward. La Supreme still away from the line. We Will Rock You's moved in. And the others come up now. Millenova goes forward. Previous race to House Guest, a double to Tony McAvoy. Quinella, I should say. Michael McDonald, his first Adelaide winner since relocating. Now up comes Red La Belle. Lifelong Dream still to move in with Taipan Annie. Blue Wins in a pink cap. Stablemate Miss Vodka in a yellow cap. Taipan Annie going in now. Misty Princess yet to move forward. This is a listed race at $50,000 and a first 4 event on Unitab as well. First leg of the daily double. Lifelong Dream, they've brought a webbing strap out to guide her in. She just pulls away. Ooh, making a little kick. Big feature racing after today will be the Barossa Cup from Gawler. And that's on Sunday the 22nd of September. That meeting covered on Sky Racing and 2KY. $30,000 event over the mile. Great food and wine race day there. The Wolf Blass Barossa Cup. The 22nd, Sunday week. Following that, the Murray Bridge Gold Cup on AFL Grand Final Day, the 28th of September. $60,000. I think, or it might be 50. Either way, it's a good prize in the Murray Bridge Gold Cup. Now, the last one to move up is riderless, and is it still Lifelong Dream? Yes, the rider's dismounted from this filly, Jeff Morn. She's lashing out as well. She gets halfway in and goes in. Now Jeff Morn to climb back aboard. Pink cap on Blue Win, number 9. Set to go, Lindsay Park Guineas. 1,600 metres, they stand nicely. They're racing now. And beginning slowly, Yuma Gold. First away, Gucci Guru from the inside. Out fast, Purple Road with Red La Belle. Accelerating wide out, Miss Vodka's trying to get into the early action and showing speed, We Will Rock You, followed by Taipan Annie. Just behind these, Millenova over on the rails, Wistra Cowie, and very wide on the course, La Supreme. 2 further back to Anacard, who's over on the inside of Blue Win, followed by Pipkin. A fair way back, Yuma Gold towards the tail of the field with Halo Amore, Lifelong Dream. And 4 lengths away last is
is Misty Princess. 1,050 left to go. Gucci Guru is going to try and lead all of the way. Hello, there's a horse that's lost the rider. We Will Rock You and Brendan Fennick have they've separated from each other, and I didn't exactly see where Fennick came off, so We Will Rock You is dashing clear of the field. It's Gucci Guru leading the race a half. Second is Miss Vodka, 2 lengths away. Third is Purple Road, followed by Red La Belle, and then Taipan Annie on the outside of Wistrakawi, followed by Anacard. La Supreme wide out between them. Millanova a fair way back in the field. Coming around the corner was Blue Win from Halo Amore Pipkin, and the last trio of horses, Misty Princess getting into the action finally from Yuma Gold and Lifelong Dream. Gucci Guru leads around the turn. The riderless horse is running off. It's safe as they come around the corner in the Lindsay Park Guineas, and Gucci Guru has controlled the race from Red La Belle. Purple Road trying to come between them. Then Wistrakawi into the clear and wider out. Millanova let go by Price, has quickly loomed up at the 200 and shot to the lead. Millanova race clear of Gucci Guru. Lifelong Dreams coming home well with Blue Win. Then Wistrakawi. Millanova's hanging on. Lifelong Dream claiming her late with Blue Win, but Millanova won by a length and a half to give Lindsay Park its own guineas again, 4 times in the last 6 years. Lifelong Dream made it a Quinella, followed by Blue Win. Then Wistrakawi, La Supreme not far away from Misty Princess. What a run to make up that ground. Then Gucci Guru, Anacard, Purple Road. Halo Amore Pipkin never came into it from Taipan Annie. Red La Belle knocking up from Yuma Gold. Well back to Miss Vodka. The riderless horse We Will Rock You's heading over to the scraping sheds where she comes onto the track no doubt every morning. And the phone is ringing. We might see who that is, and I'll try and find Brendan Fennick. There he is. The ambulance is over there at the 1,200 metre mark. And Brendan Fennick is obscured from my view at the moment, but the ambulance personnel quickly on the scene at the 1,250, maybe 1,300 metre mark. And they're going to have a look at the incident. Right. 1:37.42 is the time. 1:37.42. It's Millanova, number 4. Simon Price. Is there any jockey riding better than Simon Price in Adelaide? I think not. His rides here today have been outstanding. The win he had today was a great win on Jeserich, going inside runners around the turn from 5th. Saved all the ground in the world, and that one he was there at the right time. 4:15.98. We'll let you know about the fall of Brendan Fennick.
Okay, we'll wait a report on that, and that winner by Danehill out of Lonveet, beautiful family, and it again builds with some black type jumping in 4, 15 and 9, 4th to be confirmed. Hilton Donaldson will wait 4th position, and there's the incident where Brendan Fennick came off. Now Rosehill Gardens, let's head straight there and get the late mail with Ron Dufficy.
Race 7, the Group 2 Theo Mark Stakes, and what a field we've got here. I've switched around to Century Kid here. I just see no pressure up front. They'll have to run in a remarkable sectional time to pick this horse up if he's left alone in front. Phoenix Park, he tags him all the way, looks extremely well, much fitter than he was first up, number 4. You can't knock Defire. He's an outstanding racehorse, looks well. If there is a negative, he has to come back in distance rather than go forward in distance, and that second up syndrome, although his second up record reads very strong. If there's a long shot to upset here, it's definitely number 10, Salgado. I've never seen this horse look better. Numbers here, 3, 4, 2 and 10.
Okay, Salgado is the one that he's put in at very, very long odds. Due to go in 4 from now. Looking ahead, and Eagle Farm is due to go 12 from now. Ratings going with Difficult to beat a combination of Final Demand, Mardi Gras and Crown Regatta. 1 from 2, 3, 6. Mardi Gras created an enormous impression, winning on debut from a wide alley and missing the start. Again, it has a wide alley today. It was a $300,000 yearling, and it's by Desert King, the Danehill horse. Page 2 in betting, let's check that out for you. And they include This Should Click, who's been racing consistently on the Darling Downs at $10. And we go from there down to With My at $13, which is a pickup ride. We return to Rosehill Gardens now. Fuwadi is the top rater. Let's hear more from this horse's trainer, Jim Lee.
Again, Fuwadi's a bit underrated today.
Yeah, but he'll show him the day, Joe. He'll run his usual good race. He should sit behind the speed and work into it the last 200, but they'll want to run time in it.
His first up win here was very impressive. How's he trained on since then?
Oh, he's gone ahead, Joe. Yeah, if he wins today, I'm taking him down to Melbourne.
Bet you are.
Yeah. So, but I expect him to nearly win today, yeah.
Hardest to beat, obviously.